Alrighty, hey guys. Hope you're getting everything you need and getting to see the offense, defense, the newcomers yesterday, as well as our specialists, and now you get me again. So, a good 5 days. It's the end of the acclimatization period, so we actually get to, by NCAA mandate, get into full pads tomorrow, which will be great. It'll show us a lot more. Usually in these first couple days, you really get to notice the skill, and now with full pads getting on, it's going to be nice to really gauge the running backs, gauge the offense and defensive line, and really see the guys in the trenches. From a skill point of view, the one thing that has standed out to me offensively has been the play of the big tight ends. What it's allowed us to do is move Drake around a bunch, both outside and inside. Josh Fowler's making plays, Epps is making plays, Jude Wolfe, EK, Trigg. It's been really nice to have those big targets. Because of that, we're pushing the ball down the field with Keenan some, and I've been really impressed with his down the field accuracy in that. So it's been good that way. Defensively, what I've noticed is really T.O.'s personality rubbing off on the defense. I think they're playing really fast, playing really violent, and with a lot of discipline. And he's done an amazing job with them. As you hit those big plays, Keenan's hitting those big plays, in those one-on-one situations, that's the other side of it. We want to eliminate those defensively, and we'll get more of those opportunities. But really looking forward to tomorrow. There'll be some live tackling opportunities for us. It's the first time to be able to do that by NCAA mandate, so should be a great day. With that, I'll take any questions that you got.
Could you provide updates on Gary Bryant, Keontae Ingram, and Darwin Barlow, please?
Heard Gary. Who was the other two?
Barlow and Ingram.
Okay, yep. Gary's just got a little hamstring, as well as Barlow. Held him for today. They're day to day. Don't think it's too bad. And Ingram, Keontae just had a little bit of an ankle, so we held him today. Hopefully, we'll get him back here shortly. I don't see it being extended right.
Is Epps okay too?
Epps had a little bit of a turf toe today in the middle of practice. He got it over and inside, so we'll see where that goes to.
Is there any other roster personnel changes?
Not that I know of right now. No. Say that one more time.
Tafono?
Yeah, Manny is back home right now with his family. He's got a couple personal things going on. Hopefully we'll see him back here in the near future.
Nice to have Drake Jackson back.
Yeah, definitely, Ryan. Good to have him back. Obviously, he's got to go through the acclimatization period. Whenever you start. So you'll see him in helmets for 2 days. This was day 1, 2, 3 days of shells, and then full pads. So you'll really start getting him active next week. We're really going to worry about just moving him around, getting conditioning, getting a couple extra lifts, and really prepare him for next week.
Do you worry about how much that sets him back, just given the acclimatization period and the fact that he didn't miss those?
No, obviously going into his third year, Ryan, from a schematic standpoint, he's going to be fine. I'm more worried about him being in football shape, getting his feet up underneath him, and he's such a special athlete. It's going to be like that. Just we'll take it slow and easy, and I expect him to be full go by next week.
So tomorrow, you obviously get to look forward to assessing the guys in pads. But what do the kids think about putting the pads on, actually starting to hit somebody for the first time?
I think they've been wearing for it for the last 2 days, to be honest with you. It's been nice here to have a little bit of chippiness, and you always you hope you have to pull them back. You don't have to push them forward. And there's been some really competitive atmosphere out here. And I think the guys are looking forward to getting out here, getting full pads on, getting some tackling opportunities, some live play opportunities tomorrow. So it'll be a good day. We're looking forward to it.
Cortland and Jonah have been rotating at left tackle. What do you see from each of those guys there on an individual basis?
Yeah, we've really had that 3-man rotation going, Jalen in there too. We're really trying to find the best 5 and where they fit. I'll credit Jonah. I think he's really coming on. His athleticism and his strength that he has put on with Coach Steiner over the summer has really shined through, and the lights kind of clicked on for him. So he's really in that rotation. The key for us over these next practices, these next 2 scrimmages over the next 2 weeks, is really to find the best 5 and where they fit in. So you've got guys like Jalen and Cortland and Jonah going at it interiorly. You got Liam Jimmins and Voorhees, and we're even mixing in Dedich right now. He's doing a good job. Liam Douglas is doing a great job. So we'll find the best 5 by that first game. But these live practices will help us a lot in those evaluations.
I know we talked a lot about Jonah and Cortland, but in terms of that battle, what do you hope to see from Jalen, or would you like to see him work on, especially over the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, he's done a great job, I think, and he really worked on the narrowing his base a little bit and not being so wide. He's really done a nice job of getting his body under control and showing his athleticism. He's worked hard on it. He came off that knee surgery, to get a little bit of scar tissue out, and he's really come back nice, and he's been ultra competitive. And competition is a great thing, because it makes everybody raise their game up even more. So to be able to have somebody pushing you each and every day is not only letting Cortland and Jonah grow, but it lets Jalen grow too.
You say the lights come on for Jonah. Has he elevated even since the end of the spring? Has he taken a big leap just since then?
Yeah, definitely. We saw it about halfway through spring, and then we thought he had an unbelievable summer, one of the best summers, of any kid out here. And then it's showing on the field, and he's doing some really good things at both positions. He's really established himself as, a possibility of one of those 5 guys. He's earned the right to him and Cortland to be in that competition.
How do you assess the progress Miller's made this spring?
Yeah, you know what? What I've always been impressed by Miller, he's so disciplined in going through his reads and making the right decisions. And you could see his comfort level even grow more as we've gone into this camp. Yesterday, I thought he had one of his better practices of just diagnosing coverages and being disciplined and taking what the defense gives him. Obviously, he throws an accurate ball, and he has taken a step forward since spring. We really can see it.
With that offensive line battle, what are you looking for to determine the best 5?
Yeah, first of all, obviously we're a 55 to 60% pass team. Pass protection is going to be key, shotgun, in that, and being able to keep Keaton upright. He's had 2 injuries over the last 2 years, and as long as he's standing upright and healthy, we're in a good situation. For us also, it's going to be guys that are assignment sound, fundamental and technique sound, and really produce for us. Really are doing the right things time after time after time. And those guys, the one thing that I have seen, there hasn't been a lot of mental busts by any of the 3. And I see some fundamental technique things that have really improved under Clay, especially with Jalen. Some of the things that he's doing has really helped Jalen. So it's something that I think from an assignment standpoint, fundamental technique standpoint, and just production, of keeping Keaton upright and helping in the run game, that's going to determine it.
When was Taj Washington first on your radar?
I have to credit Spencer Harris in our personnel department, because as you're really working as hard as you can to get a team ready to play, you got guys that are daily looking at who's just hit the free agent market, and being able to get those people in front of you and make cut-ups so you can evaluate it as a staff, and whether it was Keontae Ingram, whether it was Darwin Barlow, whether it was Taj Washington or Katie Nixon, it felt like the day that they went in, it was like, hey coach, this guy's come available. We think he fits us system. He's productive. Take a look at him. We do the research on what type of person they are. Do they fit our culture? And we've really hit some home runs. With guys that I think are going to help us this year, and Taj is one.
In terms of those transfers, obviously they have to come and fit the culture. What have they brought in terms of personality and kind of that rubbing off on
Yeah, what really hit home to me is they got a veteran style of personality. You think of Katie Nixon, 103 receptions. He's played a lot of ball. Keontae Ingram, 2,000 yards worth of rushing, has played a lot of ball. Taj Washington, freshman All-American, has played a lot of football. Even Jake Smith, I know he's not going to be out here this year, but a guy that has really been productive. So it wasn't a guessing game of what they could do. It was evident on tape. We weren't taking a chance on anybody. We saw a fit for our system with guys that were ultra productive, and then getting to know them as people. It was like, oh my gosh, this is a perfect culture fit by their work ethic. And so it's one, you have to do a lot of homework, but 2, don't guess. We've been very fortunate to sign some really talented freshmen, and we lost 7 guys to the NFL that we thought we needed to bring some veteran help in this year, and those guys have stepped in, and they're going to be productive this year. So nice to see.
2 more.
We saw Stanley get some first team work at nose tackle. What's been his progression since he's been here? I think he came in as a linebacker, right? He's kind of moved around.
Yeah, Stanley's up to above 275, 280 pounds, so his growth has gotten up there. From a guy that was used to be 250 and now he's 280. But still has the athleticism of a linebacker. So his quick twitch off the line, his first step is really good. Extremely strong hands, right? I mean, I'm talking about just God-gifted strength at the point of attack, and so he's really come along. He's getting his opportunity right now, and hopefully he'll make the most of it. It'd be neat to see him over the next on tomorrow and Saturday, see where he's at.
You mentioned 7 offensive linemen today, Dean and Portland Ford and starting guys. Where is Caden Stevens, Jason Rodriguez, and
yeah,
guys like
you
that?
actually saw him on that last 6 plays. If you saw, it was really neat to watch. A Max come along and Mason Murphy come along, and those guys. Jason Rodriguez has really done a nice job for us. We're deep at the position right now, which is really nice. We got a true 3 deep. We got 4 seniors that are up top right now. They got a lot of veterans, but we're able to grow some young guys, which is really nice. So it was neat to see, in that red zone period right there, we took the last portion of that, the last third of that period, and just said, hey, let's see our young guys. And it's going to be nice to see them on tape. They're going to get a lot of opportunity tomorrow, Scott, as well as Saturday, now that they've really had 5 days in the playbook, and kind of see where they're at and get reality. It was really nice there. They made some really nice plays. I know this, they're big men. They're huge people. It's going to be neat to watch them grow up and help us. All right.